It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by Bayport Credit Union, Hercules Fence, Tidewater Community College, and Smith & Key.
The regular season is winding down in high school football across Hampton Roads. Teams trying to position themselves for the playoffs, which begin in a couple of weeks. Chopper 10 tonight in Virginia Beach between Cox and Princess Anne. Cox trying for its 5th win in a row. Here we go. First quarter, Falcons ball handed off. 44, Tyree Jeffries, and he is up the gut. Little cut there, and he's eventually brought down at the 10-yard line. That would set up a score. Later, Cox's ball. MJ LeMike runs it up for a touchdown, 14-0. Later, Princess Anne with the ball. The QB is sacked, and Cox's defense coming up big. Second quarter, this kick caught by Carter Rodriguez, and Rodriguez, look at the cuts, look at the speed, he's gone. Cox wins big tonight, 51-14. And with that, welcome into the show. I'm Craig Loper. He's James Cantado. As you can see tonight, Wolverine and Deadpool. We are still in the Halloween spirit, and we're going to have some fun tonight, James. We start with the battle of unbeatens, Bruton and Picosin. Deadpool, take it.
The Panthers and Bull Islanders, both 8-0 on the season, coming into the night and rolling in the Bay Rivers District as the playoffs near. Let's go to Picosin Middle. Always a great atmosphere out there. Opening kickoff, Bruton's Anthony Henderson is going to take charge off and run it. Picosin's Owen Cup, helmet off. Look at the blow, chasing him to the end zone. The extra point was blocked. Picosin, with their grinding running game, gets on the board. First drive, Dylan Bullard for the score, 7-6 lead. Turnovers a big problem for Bruton here. This fumble, one of their 4 turnovers in the first half.
Can't have that in a game like this.
You cannot, and capitalizing on those turnovers is Picosin's Cody Little up the middle for another touchdown on the ground. Score is now 14-6. Picosin's defense bending but not breaking. Dylan Bullard with this interception at the goal line. That was one of 3 interceptions in the first half. Rough night for Bruton. Next drive, it was Bullard. Second pick, and Picosin goes on. They were rolling in this one past Bruton, 42-6 to stay undefeated. Back to the beach. Ocean Lake snapped a 3-game losing streak last week. Tonight, the 5-3 Dolphins trying to make it back-to-back wins.
Yeah, OL on the road against a Bayside team that with a win would get over 500 on the mark. The Dolphins cheerleaders letting their team and away crowd hear them tonight. Bayside up 14-0 at half. We're in the third quarter. Ocean Lake's driving. Noah Cologne drops off the screen to Cameron Winston, and he's picking up a chunk first down that would eventually set him up again. Cologne to Winston again. Short pass, and Winston going to find the corner of the end zone. Dolphins cut the deficit 14-7. Fourth quarter now, same score. Marlins working deep in the red zone. Handed off to Xavion Guidry. He's running right, going to fall in as he takes a hit. That made it 20-13. OL then takes over, driving. They're down 2 possessions. Watch Guidry, just scored the offensive touchdown. Now he's back there in the ball-hawking secondary, diving interception, and that would seal the deal for his team. Bayside wins 20-7. Staying at the beach, Salem trying to rebound from last week's loss against Cox. Sun Devils home against Tallwood. Lions going to strike first. Jamari Nelson, that's a short touchdown run, puts his team up 7-0. James, he finds my camera, and he was showing out for it. Look at that.
Love it.
Now, from that point, the Sun Devils played angry. Specifically, Willie Moore, Scooter Williams, the pitch out to Moore, plows his way into the end zone for the equalizer, 7-7. Second quarter now. He'll get it again. Going to find space. Look at the patient running style. Cut inside, cut outside. That's going to set him up near the goal line a few plays later. And this one right here made it 14-7. I heard a radio report tonight, James, that Willie Moore rushed for 300 yards.
He's a dog.
Just an absolute dog. Just before half now. Scooter Williams rolling right. Fires. Kaseer Patterson back of the end zone. Made it 21-7 at intermission. Salem goes on to win 55-20.
Big win. Kempville going for its 5th straight. Chiefs home against Kellum. Middle of the first quarter, Kellum pinned back deep on third down. Darrellville Jr. sacks the quarterback. And the ball pops out right in the hands of Gary
a fumble.
80.
Fumble 6.
Yeah, he's going to run it in for the easy score. Chiefs up 7. Second quarter. Check out this neat little dump off from Kempville QB Josh Hawley to his junior running back, Warren Powell. Powell with the big gainer and set up a nice little rushing touchdown for Powell to take a 2-score lead. However, the very first play of the next drive, the Knights respond big. Ashcraft finds Christian Henry wide open. He's going down the sideline, green grass in front of him. That is 6 points. 14-6, Kempville still in front. Ensuing kickoff, Tyron Kellum fields the ball, and he is gone. Chiefs win big tonight, 31-12.
All right, to the Southeastern District. Undefeated Oscar Smith outscoring opponents by 36 points per game this year. Safe to say the Tigers are back as contenders in Class 6.
Smith getting it done on both sides of the ball. The Tigers back home following last week's big win over Kingsport, taking on a much improved Hickory team that has already doubled its win total from last year. So here come the Tigers coming out of the cage, Craig. They were amped for this one, but so were the Hawks, who came out swinging in the first. Lonnie Andrews mishandles the snap, recovered by the Hawks. Hickory goes 3 and out, so they punt. Oscar Smith bobbles the ball, and it puts Hickory down at the 3. And what are you going to do? You're going to give it to your quarterback, Owen Kelly, on the QB keeper. It's going to be Kelly diving for the pylon. He gets into the end zone. And how about Hickory up 7-0 after the first quarter? But the Tigers woke up. Give it to Ty-J Curtis, a number change for Ty-J Curtis, but he's still the same man. He's going to break loose,
big run,
get into the end zone, and at this point, the 2-point conversion was good. Oscar Smith goes up 8-7. Then how about Lonnie on the next drive for Smith? Look at this cannon, Craig.
Let's see it.
I mean, come on.
Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty ball.
Gorgeous to Alvin Jones.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to run it in. Oscar Smith was fully awake at this point. They win this one in resounding fashion, 49-21.
That might be the best pass I've seen all season. Kingsport trying to get back on track after that loss to Smith last week, home against Deep Creek. They're up 35-3 at halftime. This is the very first play of the third quarter. DeAndre Artis-Boone, short little pass to Javon Ford out of the empty formation, and he's playing receiver all of a sudden this week. To the house, Mr. Ford does his dance. Bulldogs taking it to the Hornets, 41-3 at this point. Boone having himself a game back there under center, connecting with Terrell Godwin, takes that in for the touchdown, untouched. He's also going to celebrate with his teammates on the sideline. They were having fun tonight in Suffolk, 47-3. Little later, Kingsport special teams. Zadarius Wynn muffs it, and then look at him, juking defenders, goes right, spins out of it, somehow ends up back to home sideline. There's Hornets trying to bring him down. He is eventually brought down at the 20. Unbelievable return for him that would set up Jamel Mackey, going to find pay dirt. Kingsport goes on to win big, 62-3. Also, a battle of Suffolk between these two oldest high schools in the city. Nanon River hosting Lakeland tonight. Love that turf out there. The Nanon River Warriors came ready to play first quarter. Lakeland quarterback Jamari Dees, actually, that's Nicholas Thompson for Lakeland. Heck of a catch right there. We had to show it. Great highlight. That would set up the first score of the game. Nanon River gets things going. Tavon Douglas to Melvin Brown, easily in his end zone. Lakeland still leads, though, 7-6 after the missed PAT. Warriors get the ball back. Melvin does it again, weaving his way through the defense. He's in there, tight ropes the sideline. Second score of the night, 14-7 after a successful 2-point conversion. Hand it off to the big man now. James Lamar powers his way into the end zone. The Warriors go on to win 47-7. Love a big man touchdown.
We love Great Bridge!
Craig, fun fact, the Great Bridge students love their football team who took on Indian River today at home. Tough day for the Wildcats on offense. Second quarter, this ball intercepted. Check out this pick. Oh my goodness, this was gorgeous. And it was actually taken back for a ride a little bit too. And this set the momentum. There was a touchdown that was scored for Indian River off of this to end the half. They went up 28-0, and they kept pouring it on in the third. Andre Alexander, the touchdown here for River, 35-0. Then on the next drive, it's going to be Kamari Kirby, drops back, and look at this catch by Jason Preston.
Let's see it.
The diving grab in the back corner of the end zone. Indian River wins this one big, 42-7.
All right, we are just getting started. When we come back, the Hampton Crabbers honor a living legend, and we check in with action from the Eastern District, where it looks like Maury and Granby are on a collision course.
We're the Great Bridge cheer team. Welcome back to Friday Night Flights.
Shout out to the Great Bridge cheerleaders, getting the crowd hyped up. They honored their senior group tonight. Congrats to them. All right, when you talk about dominance, look no further than Maury High School, right? The Commodores have scored 80 or more points in 3 straight games. Insanity.
It's a video game stat. Coach Doree McCain's squad averaging 60 points per game. Hitting the road to take on Churchland, the Truckers coming in with a 4-4 record on the year. First quarter, Maury already leading 7-zip. Autori Newkirk going to drop back, find LeBron Bond, and look at Bond extend to make the catch. And that led to this. Newkirk to Bond, just that money connection again.
Right.
This one good for 6. Commodores up 14-0. Still in the first, Churchland back to punt, blocked by Isaiah Simmons. It's recovered by sophomore Carter O'Rourke. 21-0 Maury. One thing about the Commodores, they keep their foot on the gas.
Yeah, they do.
Newkirk, the deep ball to Elijah Moss. Look at that spiral.
Wow.
Another Maury touchdown. Commodores led 28-0 after the first quarter. They go on to roll to the win over Churchland to remain undefeated heading into the regular season finale.
In fact, Maury's opponent next week is Granby, homecoming for the Comets tonight. Here's your king and queen, Sean Bracey and Zaire Broby. Don't they look nice? Congrats to them. Granby taking on Manor. Second quarter, Jashawn Redding finding Damari Palmer. Palmer does the rest. 33-yard touchdown. That put his team up 21-0. Next possession for Granby. Redding again, former player of the week, this time to Shanique Wright. And he's picking up the yards after the catch. Little cut, takes it inside the 20 for his group. Then Redding again, connect to Wright. Another score. This one a little shorter. I think that's actually Palmer right there. And Damari's in the end zone. Granby rolls past Manor. Next week, a battle of undefeated teams when the Comets take on Maury. Last night at Darlene Stadium, Hampton against Bethel. Big first quarter for the Crabbers. Got the white-black-white combo. Sophomore quarterback Marcus Chapman to Davion Perry. This is a big gainer. Perry eventually dragged down inside the 15. Very next play, Chapman got an offer from NC State. Keeps it himself. Finds pay dirt. Crabbers up 7-0. Hampton keeps pouring it on. Chapman, this one, a dart to Damari Boyd. Takes a big hit, but holds on. He's got sticky fingers. Touchdown Crabbers. Still in the first. Chapman back to pass again. Deep ball to Boyd, but it's tipped. And look at that, he holds on. Big time catch. Hampton up 21-0. Bethel did get within a touchdown. Amari Preer with this score for the Bruins, but it's Hampton that holds on for the 35-21 win.
And big honor last night for former Hampton High School football coach Mike Smith. Here's the first member of the Crabbers Athletic Hall of Fame, deservedly so. In his 51 seasons as head coach, he won more than 500 games and 12 state titles. He's coached players that went on to the NFL and some that won Super Bowls, many of them who were there for the occasion.
Well, it's just great to be back with some of the guys that played here that were responsible for the victories and the championships and the good fellowship and family membership. Still love them. Ready to put the pads back on.
I love it. Coach Smith's 506 wins are third most in high school football history. We will be right back.
The Marching Crabbers from Hampton High School sounded great at Darlene Stadium last night on the peninsula. How about Smithfield tonight? Rallies down from 31-7 in a fourth quarter deficit to win in overtime 37-34.
And Grafton taking down Jamestown. Warhill taking down Tab 35-29.
Also 28-7, Menchville over Denby. Lancetown 29-10 over First Colonial.
Some more scores. Smith Mountain Lake falling to Atlantic Shores 43-10. And then Nansman Suffolk taking down St. Anne's Belfield.
59-28 Southampton, Norfolk Academy 35-0 tonight over Catholic and private school action. Okay, let me finish the show with this. I thought I was, there we go. Happy Halloween, James.
Happy Halloween.
I think we did our viewers justice tonight. I'm Craig Loper. He's James Catato. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.